This is a demonstration of the CommunityViz Scenario 360 Land Use Designer. This is one of the many ways to build a land use sketch palette in CommunityViz and goes hand in hand with the demo for comprehensive planning. It is a great tool to get started with land use plans, allowing you to quickly set up and explore some impacts of your land use choices. We are currently working on a parcel map for a proposed development. To get started with using our land use designer palette, I'll start editing and choose the paintbrush. Pick a land use category for my template options and begin to paint. As you are painting the map with your land use choices, an array of indicators are being updated in the charts on the left. Things such as number of children and commercial taxes are automatically measured through the land use designer calculations. Notice how the indicator charts on the left are changing as different land uses are applied. All of the updates in this demonstration have been processing in real time, so you can see how this tool is ideal for public meetings and other situations where you want the ability to make changes on the fly. Since I'm happy with this land use scenario, I'm going to go ahead and save my edits. You can now see the total impacts of the completed land use plan. These indicator values are based on data input into the land use models. To view this data, you can open the Land Use Designer from Scenario 360 drop-down, Tools. Let's bring up the table view. The table view allows you to see the assumed data values behind your land use choices. See, each of the column headings refer to one of the land use models that I was painting with. And over here on the left are the various values that are behind the wizard. These are preset values in the Land Use Designer wizard, and they are based on common planning values. But if you obtain more accurate information for your local jurisdiction, say in the context of a public meeting or expert consultation, you can make changes here. For instance, I might change the assumed value for residents per dwelling unit for the residential medium land use model. Now, when I edit the map using this land use, the revised values will be used for the impacts. In addition, you can edit the model properties for each individual land use model. By default, you have a starter palette of 10 land use models. You can add, delete, or modify from these models to customize your palette. Each land use model has a tabbed Properties window. The Building Info tab contains the basic density and intensity data for the model. You can change these values to whatever works for your particular plan. You can also add attributes to the model to perform additional impact calculations specific to your local plan. For instance, say you want to include a calculation for number of cars per dwelling unit. You can add the attribute here and define a value in the category. Then you can chart this new calculation. The wizard provides several impact calculations for you to choose from. You can change the indicators being displayed or add additional indicators in the Summary Indicators tab. For instance, say after the fact I want to add a chart that shows how many children are in each land use type. By selecting this in the Indicator tab and updating, you can see that the new chart we've added is now being displayed. This has been a short demonstration of the CommunityViz Scenario 360 Land Use Designer.